Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Star Wars Wednesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with Star Wars The Black Series Gaming Greats RC-1207 Sev from the Republic Commando video game, if any of you guys remember that one. Let's get into it! Let's begin with the Battle of Geonosis, because that's where the game started, with a look at the packaging. And here on the top, got a hook, window to let some light in, some tape, hold the box closed. On the front, Star Wars The Black Series, nice big window showcasing the figure and accessories, gaming greats, Star Wars Republic Commando RC-1207 or Sev. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. 4 and up. Hasbro print. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, gaming greats. And again, that's... no, that's tape I'm feeling. That's actually printed on there, unlike this is a sticker, and that's fine. But on the side here, the only other things we have is a stripe continuing around from the front, angled upwards. It continues around to the back. Star Wars The Black Series on the opposite side. Nice artwork of Sev. Then on the back, some more nice larger artwork of Sev, Star Wars Republic Commando, Star Wars The Black Series RC-1207 Sev. Star Wars Republic Commando follows Delta Squad on missions throughout the Clone Wars with Delta 07 Sev as the squad sniper. And there it is in some other languages I don't read. He's number 11, the Gaming Great, Star Wars Republic Commando. Attention, don't stick things in your French pie hole. Attention, warning, Achtung, don't stick things in any other language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to the babies. Includes figure and accessory, small fine legalese, made in China, Disney print, Hasbro print. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at Sev and his accessories. Here we have handy dandy tweezers, and let's take a look at his rifle. And his blaster is different than the rest of the squad, mainly because if I remember correctly, it's been a long time since I played the game, but if I remember correctly, he's the sniper of the group, so his is a little bit longer. Nice molded detail. There's the end of the blaster. Looks kind of like the cannons on an X-Wing, in my opinion. Your mileage, of course, may vary. But nice molded details, all molded in color, and it's kind of a maybe a gunmetal gray color. It's not black. I don't know how well that's showing up on the camera. It does have little flecks of silver in the plastic that you may or may not be able to see on the camera. As far as his backpack goes, I do believe it's pretty much the same as Boss's backpack. Got the T-shaped post. Got some sloppy paint apps on here, but it's supposed to be like that. It's not like the factory slopped it up. It's actually supposed to look sloppy like this. Nice gunmetal type paint apps. So overall, pretty nice. Let's take a look at Sev himself. Looks like he's got a handprint on his helmet. Nice I'm guessing it's blue for the T-visor. I'm colorblind. Don't make fun of handicapped people, my friends. And he's got paint apps all the way around the back and up and down the back there. Nice paint app on the shoulder armor. And then he's got some on the legs here. And on the other leg as well. A little bit on the upper arm on both sides. And then he's got this, which I think this is molded in color. And then the weathering or battle damage, whatever you want to call it, is added on it. He's got some on the knees as well, or at least one knee, and then up here on the thigh. Let's take a look at his articulation. He can look up that high. He can look down that low. He's got some chicken neck going on. He's got some waggle. He can do the full exorcist. At the shoulder, arm raises up that far, way past 90. The shoulder armor here is on a strap that goes down, and then the post for the arm plugs through it into the body to hold it in place. It does allow you to get a full 360 degree rotation there. Hinge and swivel at the elbow, swivels around full 360 degrees. And gives you that much bend. Now you'll notice there's a T-shaped port in his back. That's where the backpack plugs in. Unfortunately, he also has a port right here in his arm. This is due to the fact that this is the Bad Batch Hunter mold, and on Hunter, right here is where the sheath for his vibro blade is plugged in and glued, and unfortunately they didn't just go the extra length and just pop a little square in there to fill the hole. At the wrist, 360 degree rotation on in and out hinge, and on the other side it's an up and down hinge, so very good. Cut here where the chest and abdomen meet, gives him all kinds of hula. He can bend back that far, crunch forward that far, and of course lean side to side. Also 360 degree rotation there because Black Series has no waist cut. At the hips, gives you that much of the splits. If you turn the legs slightly, he can kick up that high and back about a step. There is a cut in the upper thigh hidden by the armor. You probably could make it do a full 360 degree rotation if you wanted to fight with it, but there's really no need to do that. The knee armor here is glued to the piece of the knee that sticks out from the thigh. You can kind of see it in there. And it's glued in there, and that's the same on both sides. Hinge and swivel at the knee, swivels around 360 degrees and gives you a little better than 90 degree bend. At the ankle, tilts down that far, tilts up that far, and forward facing pin for rocker. Now as far as the accessories go, there really is no storage for the weapon. He just has to hold it in his hand. The backpack, there's the post, post, there's the port. They're shaped the same, so it only goes in one way and just plugs right in there. And he's got trigger finger hand. In fact, they all have trigger finger hand. And you just put the gun in his hand and twist it a little bit, maneuver it around so that the trigger finger is on the trigger through the trigger guard. And that, my friends, is a look at Sev and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have all of the Black Series Gaming Greats Republic Commando figures as of this recording. In the front, we have Sev next to the BD-1 Battle Droid. And then in the back row, we have Boss, Fixer, and Scorch. Here we have the Gaming Greats Republic Commando Delta Squad Sev with the Season 1 versions of the Bad Batch in the front, Hunter. In the second row, Tech, Echo, and Imperial Armor Crosshair. And bringing up the rear, Wrecker. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Gaming Greats Republic Commando Delta Squad Sev with our last Black Series comparison, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, and making his cameo appearance to see how he starts stacking up with other lines. From the Marvel Legends series, we have Stan the Man Lee. From G.I. Joe Classified series, we have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. And for a 7-inch scale comparison from Masters of the Universe Masterverse, we have the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on Star Wars The Black Series Gaming Greats Republic Commando Delta Squad Sev, I have to say, overall, I like this figure. I do have one major glaring issue with it, and it's on the back side of his left forearm where that port was left open. This mold is off of Hunter from the Bad Batch, and on that figure there was a sheath for a vibro blade that attached at that port, and of course it was glued in. And a simple fix would have just been a small plastic piece that they glued into that port just to, close it up. And Hasbro opted not to do that. Now, I like the paint on this guy. It does remind me of the game, which has been quite a while since I played it. But I do like the fact that his weapon is different than the others. But I do wish across the squad that they all came with additional pieces that you could, replace on the standard or the main gun to change it out to separate things. Like you could in the game. That would have been nice. An addition of some kind of wrist mounted vibro blade like you have in the game, where maybe you pull the wrist off and put the insert on there and then plug the hand back in. That would have been nice as well. Storage for the weapon would have been pretty cool too. But again, overall I have to say I like this figure. Now I know there's some people out there that don't. It's not big enough for them to represent what was in the game. The models used in the game, I don't know if that was a choice to make them that bulky at the time, or if it was just a product of the technology at the time that they look bulky like that. I'm not sure. And for me personally, I like that this guy is smaller. It helps him fit in aesthetically with the other figures in the line. In my opinion, your mileage, of course, may vary. And other than that, I don't really know what else to say about this guy. Other than it's a cool addition to my Clone Wars stuff. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.